The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it's taken place. George Bernard Shaw. There are indeed critical technical skills for product managers in charge of a product roadmap. Yet, the often ignored soft skills lead to the successful execution of that roadmap. And while the most significant predictor of overall success is trust amongst the team, that trust needs to extend to customers and stakeholders. What's up, product people? I'm John. I've launched products for Fortune 500 companies and startups alike as an entrepreneur, consultant, and product leader, and my goal is to share with you what I've learned. I definitely appreciate your support of our channel, and it would be awesome if you'd hit like and subscribe. Today, we're covering a critical topic: stakeholder management for product managers. Are you ready to get your product on? The best product managers, they have a strategy and a roadmap, and they know how to manage stakeholders like a champ. But, and this is a big but, they will only succeed if they can manage stakeholders effectively. Managing those stakeholders through a product roadmap can sometimes feel like 12 rounds with a professional boxer. So with that, here come the stakeholders. Bet you didn't know I was a boxing announcer on the side. The ground shakes as they approach, confrontation in their eyes. Let's get ready to rumble. Your training plan? Crafting compelling stories, understanding divergent perspectives, building trust and overcoming objections, encouraging feedback, prioritizing while satisfying, and making every stakeholder feel important. Sounds straightforward, right? Don't worry, we'll get through it together. As we do, remember that your role goes beyond developing a plan for your product's success. You must convince skeptical stakeholders, investors, management, customers, employees, the media, and more to buy into your vision and your roadmap. I wasn't always good at managing stakeholders. In fact, I kind of sucked at it early on. Yet, early in my career, I took a risk and started a company, finally giving in to the entrepreneurial bug I caught in college. Through that startup, as the default and subsequently unknowing product manager, I learned a lot about myself, good and bad. One eye opening experience, I realized we are all selfish, some more than others, especially true when you're working to build your vision. You believe you are right, no matter what. At least I did. When I started that company, I had double doses of conviction about how right I was. Conviction to a level that was dangerous. In my experience, entrepreneurs, myself included, plow forward based on conviction, regardless of stakeholders. My desire for progress, for a complete product to take to market, it outweighed everything. Well, unfortunately, my conviction came to a head when I got into a rather heated discussion with an early beta customer, a customer who could make or break our future. As any product manager knows, when creating a new product, your first customers are often the hardest to come by, especially in the enterprise market. And yet, many times, we aren't as open to their feedback as we should be. For me, my company almost died in a conference room that looked like a breakout room of a Walmart. The customer, the head of product for a consumer electronic giant, was pushing hard for what he needed to be successful. And it wasn't a big request. He needed performance metrics. Should be an easy ask, right? Instead of listening, I fought. What I believe we needed was to extend the software into new areas to cover more of the end-to-end challenge with digital marketing. Yes, this was a long time ago. It was clear he wasn't buying my story. In addition to his rejection of my story, I had not prioritized his ask. Despite it being requested numerous times, I was responsible for the product after all. I just thought he was a difficult stakeholder, and I could win him over to my point of view. Well, fast forward a few meetings and their threat to cancel the contract, and I conceded. I couldn't afford to lose them, and upon my reflection, I know why I did this. I thought I knew better. And maybe I did, but it didn't matter. The customer had the money, and we couldn't afford to lose him. Well, as it turns out, he was right. The metrics were important. The feature on metrics was actually dead on, and the reference from this stakeholder turned out to be unbelievably critical to our future success. Two things became absolutely clear to me. First, I needed to reflect stakeholder feedback on my roadmap. And second, my roadmap needed to resonate with critical stakeholders. And I never missed those points again. Both points are critical when working with stakeholders and sharing your roadmap. Stakeholders, they want to feel heard, even if their features are shown as in discovery. And second, they do need to buy into the story your roadmap tells. Don't try to convince them otherwise. Lessons I learned the hard way, but lessons that continue to serve me well as I continue my career as a product manager. It's clear that early in my career, I couldn't engage stakeholders using stories to save my life. Fortunately, Apple did not suffer from that at the iPhone launch. Apple's iPhone launch in 2007 is a perfect example of a compelling product story resonating with stakeholders. Apple has always been known for its storytelling prowess, and the iPhone launch, it was no exception. Steve Jobs, Apple's CEO at the time, began his presentation by addressing the need for a better mobile phone, clearly showing his stakeholders he was listening. Jobs highlighted the problems with existing smartphones, such as poor user interfaces, lack of software integration, and limited functionality. He then introduced the iPhone as a revolutionary device that combined three products: a mobile phone, an iPod, and an internet communication device. Throughout the presentation, Jobs focused on the customer's journey, emphasizing how the iPhone's features, such as a touchscreen interface, built in iTunes, and Safari for a web browser, would dramatically improve the user experience. He even demonstrated these features live on stage, showcasing the iPhone's ease of use and innovative design. The launch event was a masterclass in storytelling and stakeholder management. I'd recommend you watch it if you haven't. Throughout this event, Jobs effectively communicated the value of the iPhone and the product's future capabilities to various stakeholders, including customers, investors, developers, and the media. Apple's compelling narrative and innovative products set the stage for the iPhone's incredible success and cemented its place as a market leader in the smartphone industry. And while we all can't be Steve Jobs, we can understand the power of storytelling around our products and roadmaps by learning from this example. Stakeholders, they want to hear stories. Use your roadmap to tell one. Beyond the story I told in my roadmap, my strategy to engage stakeholders was pretty terrible. There are better approaches than fighting with them. As a Model Y driver, I'm thankful Tesla didn't make this mistake early on. In a world thirsting for fun yet sustainable solutions, one car drove a revolution that changed the automotive landscape forever: Tesla's Model S. Tesla's Model S is a testament to strategic stakeholder management. The groundbreaking electric vehicle's journey from concept to a global icon shows how Tesla's adept engagement with key stakeholders catalyzed its product launch and an industry wide revolution. Tesla's first win in stakeholder engagement was its consumer centric approach. By directly engaging with customers through its unique sales model, Tesla gained invaluable insights into what drivers truly desired from an EV: range, performance, and luxury. This direct line of feedback informed every aspect of the Model S design, ensuring that the final product was innovative and deeply aligned with consumer expectations. Tesla's relationship with its suppliers was marked by a collaborative approach seldom seen in the automotive industry. By partnering closely with companies like Panasonic for battery technology, Tesla overcame one of the biggest hurdles facing EVs: range anxiety. These partnerships were instrumental in developing the Model S's high-capacity battery system, which set new standards for EV performance and reliability. Tesla's narrative of innovation and sustainability, it struck a chord with investors, guided by Elon Musk's vision and the company's transparent communication. Despite the high risks with introducing a new technology in a competitive market, Tesla maintained investor trust through every step of the Model S development, ensuring a continuous flow of capital. And finally, Tesla's proactive stance with regulatory bodies worldwide facilitated the smooth entry of the Model S into international markets. The company not only met existing safety and environmental standards, but also worked to shape new regulations that supported the growth of the EV sector. This engagement helped ease the path for Tesla's expansion and the acceptance of EVs globally. By aligning its mission with broader concerns about climate change, Tesla turned the Model S into more than a vehicle. It became a symbol for a sustainable future. This alignment with green environmental goals and the public's increasing desire for this technology amplified Tesla's message, converting customers into advocates. The bottom line: stakeholders are not adversaries, they're allies. So, what do stakeholders want when it comes to a product and a roadmap? As an entrepreneur, consultant, product manager, and product leader, I've encountered a lot, and I mean a lot, of stakeholders. And after years of interacting with them, I've found four things that all stakeholders want. Four things that will help you craft, deliver, and manage your product and roadmap. Four things that you must reflect in your communications, or you're destined for rough waters. So, what are those four things that all stakeholders look for in a roadmap and a product manager presenting that roadmap? First, to see a story that reflects reality, a reality in which stakeholders see the company winning in the market and themselves benefiting. While there is a long list of questions by which stakeholders could judge the story, the product, and the roadmap, they typically fall under four major areas. Does the product and roadmap reflect a story that shows a path to winning and that stakeholders care about? Does the roadmap reflect a story, a product that solves a true problem, a pain so great that customers will part with their hard earned money? Will customers appreciate and love what is delivered as a result of the roadmap? And what evidence exists that gives me a higher degree of certainty that what's on the roadmap will lead to success? Two, to be seen, heard, and acknowledged. In a professional setting, we seem to forget how people operate in life. Work mirrors life. The realities of the world don't check themselves at the door. When you present your product and your roadmap, ensure stakeholders feel seen, heard, and acknowledged. Ask yourself, did I do anything with their past feedback? Have I incorporated it? Will they see it reflected in the roadmap? Listen, reflect, and respond. Stakeholders spend time sharing their thoughts. Make sure they feel heard. Three, to be part of the story, the hero's journey with your stakeholder as the lead character. Stakeholders want to see themselves as part of the excitement building the product. They want to see themselves as the user, the benefactor, but more importantly, they want to see themselves in a story they understand. That means different stakeholders need to hear the story in different ways. In particular, the value delivered. For example, an investor wants to hear the story framed around growth and returns. In contrast, an engineering team needs to hear a story that excites them about building. Ultimately, each stakeholder, they need to hear a story that addresses themselves. And fourth, to feel they can trust you will deliver. Once you address the 3 points we covered before, stakeholders, they want to know whether you will deliver. Ultimately, this comes down to trust and track record. Will you turn the story into a script that stakeholders feel can be successfully filmed and become a box office hit? Successful product managers understand that they are measured not just by the strength of their strategy or the value their roadmap will deliver, but also their ability to bring stakeholders along. With the finesse of a master storyteller and the passion of a visionary, they weave a narrative that captures the imagination and shows a path to market. Therefore, as you plot the course for your product's future, remember that your roadmap is more than features and deadlines. It's the script for an epic adventure where every stakeholder has a starring role. Ultimately, selling stakeholders, it requires crafting a compelling story, understanding their perspectives, building trust, overcoming objections, and encouraging feedback. Your role goes beyond developing a plan for your product's success. To move the plan forward, you must also convince stakeholders to buy into it, be it investors, customers, employees, regulators, or the media. Sell your stakeholders like Steve, manage them like Elon. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe.